Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Experience RC. If you're new to the channel, my name is Matt, so big thanks for stopping by. And in this upload, I'm going to tell you exactly why you should never buy a Traxxas Bluetooth link module. And even if you get one for free, don't ever plug it in. Okay, so as you guys know, my fiance surprised me with a Traxxas UDR for my birthday, and lucky enough, or as I thought, I picked up a first edition, which means that in the box was a free Traxxas Link wireless module, so I can get all the telemetry and stuff on my phone. And was really excited to use this. I mean, why wouldn't I be? I thought I was going to test it on the UDR to see what it was like. And then I had plans to put it in the Bronco because it shows the levels of articulation and the levels that the truck is climbing at and quite a few cool bits. So I was quite excited. So I plugged it into the receiver, just the normal TQI one that I got with the UDR. I installed it in the back and loaded up the app on my iPhone. Finally managed to get them paired up. I did kind of struggle getting them paired up at first. You don't pair it like you would pair your Bluetooth with a speaker or something else. It's all within the app. And I've noticed on YouTube there was a few comments saying that the upload had froze like halfway through or couldn't work, and it completely blocked people's transmitters and receivers and stuff. But those comments were from over a year ago, so I thought, well, you know, there are thousands of these modules out there, I'm sure. I thought they can't all, of course, be like that. Maybe that's just a case or two. So I thought, whatever. So I have turned my truck on, I've connected them up, and then all of a sudden it comes up with, I need to update the software. So at that point, if I would have had an option to not do it and just continue with the software that was on it, I would have probably just done that, because it's kind of a situation where if it's don't break, don't fix it kind of thing. But you have to go ahead with the update. You literally get a little bubble up that says proceed and nothing else. The only way you could get out of that is to quit the app completely on your phone. So we click the proceed, and then it starts to, there's three sections to update. It needs to update the transmitter, the ESC and the receiver. And it does that in two parts per each. So it started to download the update for the transmitter, which is step one, and then it starts to verify the update, which is step two. So for the transmitter, that was fine. And then it does the same again for the ESC. So it downloads the update, step one, and verifies the update, step two. And you can see the loading bar going across your screen. And on the third one, when it was trying to update the receiver, it downloaded the download fine. But then when it tried to verify, it kept failing. And that's when kind of all the hell started. I let my phone, I mean, you can't do anything at this stage. You can't even click cancel. There is nothing you can do whatsoever other than quit the app. But of course, if you guys know anything about software updates and stuff, you cannot interrupt them midway. Typically, software is overwriting old software, and if you disrupt it, you completely screw things up. So I let it go and do its thing for probably 15 minutes or so, and it probably failed the verification on the receiver probably 50, 60 times. So it was clear that it wasn't happening. So I had to quit the app on my iPhone to try and just, well, I suppose just to try and stop the issue and hope it wasn't going to cause me any problems. And then, I kid you not, my receiver was dead in the car. My transmitter was dead. I had nothing. My ESC had nothing. It was like, great. So literally trying to do that firmware update completely killed my UDR. I had a Google to see if there's anything I could do before I started playing with anything. Bearing in mind, if it's dead, there isn't a lot you can do. And every single comment I read on every single post, and even on Traxxas' forums, were people just saying that their transmitter was bricked, which means that it's dead, really. A software update's failed, it's completely dead. You'd have to send it back. Or their ESCs were dead, or their receivers were dead. And I didn't see one comment from anyone where they'd been able to resolve the problem. I didn't spend hours looking, so maybe there are other people out there, but everything I came across for an answer first off, nobody had managed to get it sorted. And these were like threads on forums from over a year ago. So I'm sitting here now, and I'm sure you can appreciate how annoyed I was. I got my fiance, who's just spent the last 4 months saving for this surprise for me, sitting a few feet away on the sofa. I'm thinking this truck is dead. I can't do anything with it. I started just trying to have a play, putting the buttons on and off on the truck, obviously connecting, disconnecting the battery, on and off with the receiver, nothing. So I opened up the app again, and it immediately paired back up. But then my ESC came on, but it had the fast blinking green LED, which indicates that there's no connection to the receiver, and there was no connection. The light had come back on this now, so that was working, but it wasn't communicating with the car, so it was completely dead. So I had to reconnect the app and disconnect the app numerous times, on and off with the receiver numerous times, transmitter, sorry, and the ESC on and off. Open up the app a couple of times, and only by fluke did it just connect back up, which of course was a huge relief to me. I'm sitting here with a brand new truck. It's not even been outside yet. I'm completely dead. So thankfully, I think I'm one of a very few people who have had this problem, who have managed to get the truck running again. And from this, guys, I can tell you for certain, I will never be using this. It's never going to go in one of my trucks. I won't give it to a friend either, in case they have the same problem. It just isn't worth the money. It's not worth the hassle of completely destroying all your electrics in a truck, where you don't know if they're going to be covered by the warranty or not. Traxxas, if you see this, I'm sorry, I don't like really bashing on things, because I know companies work hard and spend a lot of money on research and development in trying to resolve these issues. But this issue has been out now for such a long time. I'm baffled as to how it still isn't resolved. My app as well, I should probably say, was running the most up-to-date version. Should at least be able to cancel any kind of update as it's going and revert them back to factory settings. You should not just be left stuck. I mean, your phone could die when you're updating these. Your Wi-Fi could drop for a moment. It seems ridiculous to me that you could have a product which could cause so much damage by one thing erroring. So, as much as I hate to say, because I do like Traxxas' product, this was terrible, and it was the worst experience I've had with an RC in the last 3.5, 4 years that I've seriously been doing this hobby. Most things you can resolve. If things get broken, if things get you can fix things, and typically you broke it because you did something that was a bit too much for the truck. But to have an entire truck completely disabled by a software glitch that hasn't been resolved, I honestly think is completely unacceptable. It's difficult here to take this information, I understand, because so many people do have good experiences with them, but you're willing to take the risk with it. I was, and it backfired, but then luckily I managed to get it sorted. I think I was unlucky in one respect, but lucky in another. It was just a horrible experience that I had that I wanted to share with you all. So thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next episode of Experience RC.